afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for February 12th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. And today, most of you may know, probably know, that we have accomplished 3 years of meditations every day, 7 days a week, sometimes a couple of times a day, every single day for 3 years, gathering and saying meditations and committing openly, freely to the liberation of this planet and the civilization. And we've accumulated getting near 1,300 meditations in these 3 years. We started 3 years ago on today. I think we had about maybe 50 people. I don't even think we had that many in the beginning. But even one is important. So, and we've grown on and off world. We've greatly grown. We're over 750 million of brothers and sisters every day meditating for the liberation of this planet. You can feel the energy when you come to this call for the meditation. And it's an experience. And it is sacred. Each experience is sacred. Every feeling, thought, and sensation you have will never happen exactly as it has again. Just like these meditations, each experience is sacred because it is a doorway in discovering divinity. Your mind may not always notice it, might even label most experiences as lacking any divine foundation. Yet this is just the mind slapping another label onto life. Don't pay any attention to it. Instead, open up deeply to each experience and explore how perfect each one truly is. Today's the day to start feeling the most powerful yet subtle movements inside of you. There's many experiences that I don't even think we identify them. We just kind of go along, you know. And a lot of us, through expectation and through attachment, I don't think many are aware, but we suffer when we go into expectation and attachment. You know, we become disappointed, we become irritated and frustrated, and we get depressed, and, you know, we have a lot of things that take place. I don't think that a lot of us are really aware of that. It just kind of goes along with everything. But this is what creates the illusion actually of depression that comes in because of the fact that we're attached and we have expectations. And when we expect others to do certain things a certain way and they don't because we expect it, or we expect to get something for something that we're doing for someone else. And it could be a subtle expectation. It could, I'm expecting this to happen this way, and it doesn't. And we get irritated and frustrated and upset and anxious and hurried. And all these things come in, and we get used to it. Always remember deep in your heart that all is well and everything is unfolding as it should. There are no mistakes anywhere at any time. What appears to be wrong is simply your own false imagination. That is all. Robert Adams. There are many stories we can tell ourselves that will make us feel sad, gloomy, and utterly hopeless about life. We can create a fabulous tale in our mind that has imagined a past of deep failure, where we were powerless, victimized, and totally incapable of creating the dream life we desire. The mind is a genius at developing a rational plot storyline for this and how your particular version of it is actually true. And the mind loves to entertain you, captivate you, and bring others in to gain the sympathy, their sympathy, and support on a variety of levels, just because you feel depressed. Depression can range from having the ordinary glimpse of feeling blue to the perpetual toilet bowl drowning experience, which we can never seem to escape from. Whatever our experience is of falling into our emotional dumpster, it's good to know that depression has a deeper reason and purpose for occurring. The soul always has a bigger plan in the background, which the mind cannot often see. It often chooses to take this wild roller coaster ride down into the emotional slum as a way to bring awareness and enlighten the deeper, heavier, and darker aspects hidden inside of us. This is why when we eventually rise back up to the surface to breathe again, we bring with us a profound sense of joy, lightness, and a renewed appreciation for being alive. Imagine if someone were to hold your head underwater for 30 more seconds than you could normally hold your breath. You'd feel extremely happy and passionate about being alive when that initial first breath of air came rushing in. If you or a loved one are battling depression thoughts or feelings on any level, there are 10 steps that I'm going to share with you in this meditation that we review in the silence, 100% guaranteed to dramatically break your depression habit and allow you to naturally feel happy, alive and excited to be a human being again, part of mankind. The first thing to know on this anti-depressing journey is that all depression is caused by a lack of expression. The damp, cold energy of depression is simply needing to meet with a warmer, fiery, or passionate energy to balance it out. You might say you'd get a steamy result if you really let what makes you super passionate in life flame up and express itself through you. And this basically means that you stop resisting your desire to express what you love about life again. If you cannot let yourself get heated up or angry about something that you actually feel very strongly about, you are dampening your flame with a cold towel. Stop doing that. When in that moment you feel excitement, passion, or anger, let it rise, let it ascend, throw it out, not at another, not at a human. And most definitely, you will forget that you were ever depressed. The deeper the depression, the higher and more intense the expression is needed to balance things out and create an equilibrium in the mind again. And this is where things get really exciting. You cannot be truthful if you are not courageous. You cannot be loving if you are not courageous. You cannot be trusting if you are not courageous. You cannot enter into reality if you are not courageous. Hence, courage comes first, and everything else follows. Osho. Looking at depression from a spiritual perspective, it arises as a mysterious cold block, which forces our soul to become stronger, more receptive to life, intensely focused, and dive deeper into our innermost being. Depression forces us to fall so asleep within ourselves that we eventually break through the grip of the ego and attain full consciousness, mastery over the mind. Depression forces us to fall so deep within ourselves that we eventually break through the grip of the ego and attain full conscious mastery over the mind. This ultimately is the divine purpose of it. Now, unfortunately, some never get out of it because they get drugged and, they depend on this allopathic application on this planet. We must truly set our ego aside if we are to have the courage to face and conquer our depression. We must discover real humility within the realm of what we are passionate about and makes our heart sing. Yes, and perhaps the best part of all is when depression leaves our life, we get to allow ourselves to be totally crazy, wild and free. How wonderful is that? We understand that this life is all about discovering what really makes us feel more alive, excited, and passionate about being here. Why are we here on this planet? Why aren't you fully here and present in this moment on the planet? Think about it. Another amazing thing about depression is that it causes us to unconsciously unveil our life's mission and purpose. We have to find it in order to transcend depression. And this means we're pushed out the front door to take inspired, loving actions in this world, excuse me, which then helps the rest of humanity to overcome, mankind to overcome their inner gloom and doom stories. Once we get clear about what makes us passionate in this life, and we are taking massive inspired actions daily, then all forms of depression have to fade away. They have to fade away. When our lives are all about taking inspired action on what really makes us deeply happy, fulfilled, and jazzed, then we truly become alive and not depressed. Today is your day to boost your life to the next joyful level, even if you're not the least bit depressed. You will discover what is real fun, what is real fun, and what it's all about, and take your fun factor to an entirely new level. The day you become 100% devoted to serving mankind, to serving this humanity, is the most enjoyable, enlightening way, then all depression will cease to exist in your life. The universe has given you the perfect ingredients to wake up the natural way and using your God-given power to heal yourself. And each and every one of us have it. We can do it. There is no real specific order as to how they should be done. Just do it with the attitude of a child and explore. The secret to seeing real results is doing these actions as frequently as possible with the most amount of playfulness. If you don't have the motivation to accomplish these by yourself, then ask a friend to join you for fun and support. The more honest and authentic we are, the more deeply we go into the mystery of our own being. Ashanti. Stop resisting the experience you are having. A lot of us resist our experiences. We try to ignore them. We push them aside. Stop resisting the experience you're having. Whenever you feel the most depressed during your day, take that precious moment to stop everything and lay your body down on the ground. Connect with the earth. Let your entire being surrender to this planet beneath you and drop into the core of your innermost being. Let yourself dissolve into the experience and do not move a muscle. Surrender as if you were a corpse and if needed, go through the death experience in your mind. Surrender to all feelings and resistance that is arising. If you're feeling resistance, to feel deeper into your resistance, then merge and melt with that resistance. Open yourself to explore every little body sensation that you are having. When you do this, don't stop until you feel completely peaceful and serene with every aspect of your life. The great secret here lies within not fighting, avoiding, or resisting the experience you're given on any subtle level. And then here's another one, which many have a difficult time at times understanding, but stick to eating 70 to 80% raw fruits and vegetables. If you want a super high vibe, stay far, far away from any food or drink that is in a box, bag, or can. Processed foods made by a machine will not bring out your highest consciousness, and a raw veggie fruit diet will. Raw foods contain the highest and most potent energy from the sun and lays the foundation where your brain can access expanded levels of energy, making it hard to fall into any form of perpetual sadness. Stay away, and this is a biggie for a lot of people, stay away from alcohol or drugs of any kind. Most people who are depressed are drinking and smoking frequently to numb some deep emotional pain, abandonment, death, or relationship, breakup buried deeper inside. The temporary elated high experience received from drugs or alcohol only later bottoms out, leading for the need to detox the brain and body. The day after, one always has to fight their hangover and battle their way out from the long chemical crash it induces in the brain. This makes it very difficult to think and feel happy thoughts for several days, which addicts who cannot handle the low often bite the hair of the dog and reintroduce the drug alcohol back into their system. This cycle will then numb out their low, jump back on the chemical roller coaster again. The best advice is to not start at all. And when you go out at night, simply order a water, lemonade, or Virgin Bloody Mary instead. Stop eating food for 36 to 72 hours. One of the most powerful and effective ways to truly conquer the depths of long-term depression is making the commitment to do a 2 to 3 day fast or cleanse. Depending on your severity of toxicity, it may take anywhere from 2 to 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, to 2 months to reboot your system. You can do a water, fruit juice, and or vegetable juice cleanse as a way to retrain your brain to let go of attachment to the thing it thinks is absolutely needs to survive, food. When you stop eating food, the mind then becomes void of all thoughts, including the ones that make you feel sad and hopeless. You have a clearer consciousness that can see through the story, liberate you from the powerless place you were once in. A stomach that is truly empty of food will purify the mind, cleanse out the internal organs, and as the liquid moves through you, liberates the mind from all grasping. Jump up and down with joy because you are alive. An amazing technique that will truly trick your joy valve to start pumping dopamine into your brain is to physically jump up and down every morning yelling with excitement. I know this sounds strange, but try it. Physically jump up and down for at least 15 seconds and yell the words, "I'm excited. I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited." This will instantly flood a happy, creative cocktail of positive chemicals into your brain, force you to think about what you are actually excited about in your life. In this life-changing experience, you may need to fake it until you make it, pretend it until you transcend it, until you truly start feeling excited about this opportunity to be alive again. Exercise your body for at least 20 minutes every morning. Bringing more oxygen to the body and brain is essential for feeling high high, horny, happy, and free. If you really want to feel good about life, then do any exercise as soon as you get up. Go for it until you break a sweat and continue on until you feel a sense of exhaustion. This will flood the brain with positive, happy chemicals that make it much more difficult to feel blue the rest of your day. Get out of your box. A lot of people are in their boxes. They don't socialize, especially now on the sham that's been played on this civilization. At least 6 days a week, get out of your box, go meet with one person and a group of people. A group is considered to be 2 or more people that are including you in the conversation. Learn how to be social. Don't talk about intellectual things that bring everyone further up into their heads. When you're in a group, speak with the heart and share something that is real, emotional, heartfelt, or you are thankful for in life. Speak only in a positive perspective, especially if you feel the need to share about something traumatic, negative, or depressing. Let yourself let go of your stuck story and laugh a deep belly laugh each time you socialize. You can bring out a higher side to your story that contains some level of appreciation and gratitude, so as not to bring everyone's vibration down. You ever been in that situation? You ever been, you're with some people and someone just starts talking about something and you feel kind of yucky? Your energy drops as your vibration dips down. This is your special social time to be honest with everyone about what you're facing inside and yet look deeper beneath your story to share what is positive inside you and discover what you are truly thankful for in this life, in your life. Give and receive at least 3 hugs a day. We are energetic beings with a biomagnetic need to be affectionate and give, receive, touch with other people. And science has even shown that we have longer, healthier, and happier lives the more physical, loving contact we create each day. Stop being afraid of touching others or imposing your heart upon theirs. Open your arms to hug every single person that enters your home, even if it is a total stranger. Allow yourself the gift of being touched and touching others with sincerity. Who knows? It may be the last time you see them. Be real with people. Meet them where they are at. Other things you can do to create contact are to get a massage. Ask a friend to hold your hand. Or sit with your intimate partner, touching each other gently in a very slow, quiet, and conscious way. By increasing the level of conscious physical contact you have every day, you'll shift your body's biomagnetic field and alter the brain's happy chemistry in the process. Become, and this is so interesting about this civilization, become more sexually active. And they don't mean in a bad way. A good orgasm always leaves one feeling high, free, and more enlightened. Why do you think we have this? Initiate and instigate sensual sexual connection with your partner several times a week. If you don't have one, go find one. There are many people online looking for the same thing you are. So don't judge the sexual experience. Be safe, adventurous. Do something that you are afraid to do, yet have always dreamed of doing. You'd be surprised after a wild night of tantric lovemaking, it's very hard for the brain to be sad about life the next day. The most powerful manifesting vibration happens right after you orgasm. You can create basically anything you want from this highly blessed state, this highly deep, eternal, loving state. If you are picky and just cannot find the right partner to be with, then pleasure yourself as frequently as you can. Don't be shy. This is your life. An opportunity to experience being free, alive, and joyous. Initiate contact with the God Source. meditate and pray to the universe for healing and guidance every morning, noon, and evening. Nobody can be depressed when they discover their own personal connection with the divine. Just sit for a few minutes a day and meditate on where is the source of love. Think about where the source of love comes from. Relax into this exploration and rest deeply into your body. Ever so gently and deeply until you become aware that which is aware. Breathe deeply. Remain conscious of this divine, all-powerful, intelligent, divine consciousness that is always here now. Practice this awareness all throughout your day. Whenever you discover that this divine love is at the core of each experience, you'll find yourself giggling instead of crying and truly understand the cosmic joke of it all when you remove the veil that was once pulled over your eyes. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I am sure that we all are. And what is the first thing that we want to do? Relax our bodies. Let them go. Don't hold back. Stress, anxiety, depression, irritability, anger, frustration, hurriedness. Let it go. All of it. Does it serve you any good? Does it relax you? No. There's no reason to carry it. Just surrender it. Give it a big hug, walk right through it. And when you do this, the body responds. It's just, God, this is great. You know, shoulders stop bunching, the face stops murking, you know, head to toe, inside and out. All of that just floods off of you. You ever notice something when, if you look at a clock or if you look at something, if you want to know what time it is because you do that because you're wondering if you're running late and you get stressed when you do, as soon as you look at that clock, you become stressful. Don't look at the clock. Just go with the flow. And everything will be amazing for you. So when you relax the body, you let go of this stuff because you're the only one that knows what you're carrying. The body will respond head to toe and just relax. Relax into the body, into itself. And when you do this, you move into the now. The now. And the now is what we all have. People say, oh, you have a past. No, you really don't have a past. It's all the experiences that you've already experienced. And whatever you were going to learn from them, you learned. And whatever you learned but you didn't learn, you didn't. Some of us will go into the past because we reminisce, we have memories. You know, actually those are in the subconscious mind. They're not in the past because the past is gone. We get that confused. So we go into the library of our subconscious mind, but we actually are in the past. We go into the past, but we're in the subconscious mind. There's all that back stuff stored in the library in our subconscious mind. So when we go into the past, we reminisce. We go through things in our mind, and you know, nice, wonderful, things that we've experienced, and then other things that not too good. And then we get out of there. See, we get out of there. But unfortunately, some of us will get out of there, and then we wander off into the future. And the future doesn't exist because we haven't even created it yet. So then we go into the future and we wonder when and how and what if this happens or that happens, and when am I going to meet this person, when am I going to have enough money, when am I going to be healthy, when am I going to stop having to do this, on and on and on. And when you really realize that it doesn't do us any good at all. But unfortunately, some people stay there so long that they take the past, they bring it into a future that doesn't exist, they create that future from that past and relive that past and that future. This is why people say, it seems like I always end up in the same place. No matter what I do, I always end up in the same place. Different experience and everything, but I'm still in the same place. That's why. So the now The wonderful thing about the now is it stills the mind. It stills the ego. It stills the subconscious mind. You're not there. You step out of the mind and out of the ego and out of the subconscious mind. It's not there. You're watching it. See, you're watching and learning how they operate as illusions, but you're not in it. That's great, because we don't have that chatter and that noise that we all have of tens of thousands of thoughts running through us every single day, morning, noon, and night. And most of it isn't even ours. It isn't ours. Those thoughts aren't ours. They're other people's thoughts that we have grown up with. So we wander. Okay? The now, when you're in the now, you're only concentrated on the moment. It's the space between heartbeats. If you really want to know the now, it's the space between heartbeats. That space. And whatever you're doing, that's what you're focused on, no matter what it may be. But a lot of the times we'll wander off with these thoughts. We just start wandering off. But when you know you're wandering off, you say, okay, so all I have to do is concentrate on my breath, and my breath will bring me in the now. Every single time. It's guaranteed. So every time you wander, you focus on your breath. And your breath is divine positive energy because it sustains the vessel that houses the kingdom of God. And the breath focuses you, relaxes you, strengthens you, eases you, calms you, quiets, motivates you. It's more than just breath. So whenever you find yourself wandering, focus on your breath, you'll be in the now. And you'll still the mind and the ego. It's very powerful. The more you practice, the more you'll stay in the now. Now, some people get irritated with it because they'll ask you questions and they want you to give them an answer that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, 10 days, a year from now, a month from now. You're only in the now, moment to moment. How freeing and releasing would it be for this civilization to all practice in the now? Be absolutely phenomenal. Do you think by focusing on the now that you're going to be depressed? There's no way, shape, form at all. So you relax the body, and you're watching your body, and you're outside the ego mind and the subconscious mind, and you're in the now, and you're focused on your breath. So you take your breath, and you watch your body, and you notice that going through the center of your body, from your tailbone all the way up to the top of your head, you see these colored wheels of light. They're energy vortexes, they're chakras, they're etheric, they're not physical like in your body, they're spiritual, they're etheric in the body. And they connect us to the spiritual plane. They connect us to everything, it's the astral plane, pure God, source, energy. And in them is the love light, the God force love light energy. And it flows through them. And sometimes it gets blocked. And it's good to know why it's blocked. And we learn how and why it's blocked so that we can basically unblock it. We're kind of like the plumbers of our chakras. We become knowledgeable. So we take our divine positive energy, our breath, and we merge it with the God force love light energy running up through the center of our bodies to the top of our heads. And then we look at this red wheel of light. This is our root chakra, our Muladhara. And it deals with our survival. But then our survival, when that gets blocked, is blocked by our fear. That's what blocks the root chakra. So we know how to alleviate the blockage by eliminating fear. Then we move to the sacral chakra, the Vadasthana, the orange wheel of light. This deals with our pleasure. But our pleasure is stopped and is blocked by our guilt. And a lot of the time, the guilt is an illusion. Unblock the guilt, eliminate the guilt, the pleasure flows. Back up the guilt and have it, build. It will block our pleasure. It will block the sacral chakra, the orange wheel of light. Then we move to the golden yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This deals with our willpower. And then it is blocked by our shame. Face the shame, embrace the shame, walk through the shame disappears. It is unblocked, and your willpower flows. Go to emerald green wheel of light, the next chakra, which is the heart chakra, the Anahata. This deals with our love. But then it is blocked by our grief. Embrace the grief, walk through the grief, the love will flow effortlessly, unobstructed. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. This deals with our truth. It's what we speak. It deals with pure truth. And then it becomes blocked by our lies. Walk through the lies. They vanish. The truth will flow unobstructed, effortlessly. And then we move to the indigo wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the Ajna. This deals with our insight. It is blocked by our illusions. When we identify the illusions are eliminated. And once the illusions are eliminated, our insight flows effortlessly. Then we move to the violet wheel of light, the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. This deals with our cosmic energy, and it is blocked by our ego attachment. We eliminate the ego attachment, our cosmic energy flows effortlessly. So we bring these energies and we watch them go all the way up to the top of our heads, and then we hold them briefly. We are light, we are love, we are God. And in that brief moment, we compress and condense these energies into pure liquid energy, omnipotently powerful, and we release them over our pineal gland. And you view your pineal gland any way you choose through your heart, mind, motion picture. It's an important organ in our body. It connects us to all the particles of existence, pure consciousness, the God and beyond. So I view it as a green ball, a rosebud. And when I release this pure liquid energy over it, it just absolutely immediately expands into a massive rose, multicolored petals, beautiful fragrance, and it shimmers out in these waves, and it is deep, deep, deep peace, contentment, bliss, all unobstructed, easy flowing, connecting you to everything and everything, yet nothing and nothing. You don't even have to reach out. It is you. How can you find something when it is you that you're looking for? And you can feel that energy. You can feel it literally come over you. And this rose and the fragrance and how the ease and the peace, the deep peace, the tranquility, the benevolence. Omnipotently powerful. This affords us to be purely consciously aware that we All are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, which means always, always. We know that this body we're in, our heart mind, our ego mind, our subconscious mind, our higher self, our spirit, our soul, the God source, pure consciousness, it's all one. We also know that we are heaven on earth. And that every step we take, we create paradise on this planet. And we're learning to shine our light outward, effortlessly. Our God force love light energy, of which we are, deep within our core, we shine it everywhere, flooding everything, all life, highest supreme value in universes. All of our brothers and sisters, whether they're awake or asleep, head to toe, inside and out, with this God force love light energy. And it's endless, it's eternal, it's always. So then, through your heart, mind's motion picture, you can see how this planet is transforming. Every step of paradise, billions of gods who make up the one God, shining their light, always, outward. So you have a God planet that glows, that is a paradise, and that is heaven on earth. See that? This is what we are creating for every one of us, all of us. For each of us deserve the best of everything, because we are the best of everything. That which is within these bodies is perfect, perfect divine. It never changes. It is the only thing that doesn't change, is our soul, our spirit, our higher self. We experience. Now, some of the parts of the collective consciousness are asleep. Other parts are awake. So we communicate with those who are awake. Different facets and aspects of ourselves. So we call upon all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light, and the complete liberation of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. And they come in the gigaplexes. One gigaplex fills this universe. They come in trillions of gigaplexes from trillions of universes. And they are consciously with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner Earth, hollow Earth, Agartha, and beneath Earth. Many, many, many civilizations, but only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and the forming of this circle of light, and the complete liberation of this planet. Now they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, and only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, always can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, into the higher existences of pure, deep, eternal love and gratitude. always. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. There's just uncountable numbers through everywhere, every universe, every existence. All shapes, all sizes, all colors, all forms. So, they have been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day, trillions throughout the universes every day. And in uncountable numbers, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on, in, above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. We're only familiar with a handful of them. And they come in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which we've never seen before. But only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, always, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, always, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light, complete liberation of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. Now, the ones that we're kind of familiar with, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood. The mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, and they're with us now consciously. We're all gathered, arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods one. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance, and we're all one, and we're all love, and we're all God. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. You know this to be true. You can feel it and see it through your heart mind's motion picture. All of us immediately form a massive circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This light emanates from our being within these bodies. It is the God force, love, light, energy. It cannot be extinguished. It is part of the one. It is a piece of the one and only true God. This circle of light is so brilliant and bright It grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take 1,000 billion suns in this solar system alone to even come close to its radiance. We are flooding all of our brothers and sisters, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, everything with this white light. Eternally, always, head to toe, inside and out. Whether you're awake or asleep makes no difference. So we begin to ascend above the planet. We're immediately met with this massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. Trillions of vibrant colors flashing, reflecting everywhere. And we look close enough, and we see these perfectly designed mirrors. And they're reflecting the light of all of us, the true God force, love, light energy that we all are. Learning and teaching each other across the expanse, across existence, interacting directly, indirectly, consciously, subconsciously, unconsciously. All parts of the one, all pieces of the collective consciousness. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We're then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds each and every one of us of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is a column of light that reminds each of us that we are permanently imbued, head to toe, inside and out, with a God force, love, light, white fire armor. It cannot be penetrated. It cannot be affected. It cannot be disturbed, harmed, dissipated from any external force, authority, demons. Any lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies cannot attach, cannot invade, cannot do anything. Zero. We are protected 24/7. Always. But only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough through hatred, greed, envy, anger, stress, fear, anxiety, dishonesty, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, whether consciously or unconsciously. Enough so to allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. If you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, send them to pure consciousness. They are no more. We are then met with the violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our harmony and our high vibrational frequency of deep eternal love and gratitude. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we are the sun, the sunlight. We are the rain and the rainbows. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are the trees and the forest. We are the soils. We are the snowfall. We are the animals. We are the sky and the clouds. We are everything. So the next time you're in awe of such beauty and splendor, of a sunset or a sunrise or a beachfront or a snowfall, it is because you are in awe of you, and you are the beauty. You always have been and you always will be. Remember, the only illusion is separation. So we continue to ascend above this planet, flooding everything in our light. And as we do, we come in contact with this massive crystalline light tower. Some of us step outside our physical forms and float effortlessly above them if we're carrying them. We see this crystalline light tower. We all created it. It's larger than the solar system. And in the center of the column, we see this oblong sphere. It's got this golden white light, shimmering and reflecting and sparkling. And it's sending out these easy waves of this shimmer golden light, and it's saturating us from head to toe. And it is deep, eternal love. And then around it are many, many bands of vibrant colored lights, all doing the same. And they are gratitude, gentleness, kindness, well-being, prosperity, abundance, wealth, happiness, joy, bliss, humbleness. All reflections of us on who and what we truly are. The God force, love, light, energy. At the top of this column, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees eternally, always. This ocean floods us all, inside and out. Everything, everyone on this planet, inside and out, above and below. All life, the highest supreme value in universes, all there. Eternally, always. And this golden ocean is deep eternal love. We are drops of this ocean. We contain the essence of this ocean. The ocean is the drops, and the drops are the ocean. And the only illusion is separation. We then see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We all created this sphere. 3 years ago. It holds over 1,200 of our meditations in perpetual motion. All of us, on and off world, gathered here for the liberation of this planet and the ascension into the higher realms and frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude. Creating this planet into the paradise it was meant to be. Flooded with light, with love light energy. Always. That's why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. This liberation is in full swing. You can feel it. All of us do. More and more. And it cannot be stopped at all. At all, at all. Feel this energy, this frequency that floods you all the time. All the time. Eternally. Embrace it. Always remember deep in your heart that all is well and everything is unfolding as it should. There are no mistakes anywhere at any time. What appears to be wrong is simply your own false imagination. That is all. I'll join you in the meditation, return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and then slowly. You cannot be truthful if you are not courageous. You cannot be loving if you are not courageous. You cannot be trusting if you are not courageous. You cannot enter into reality if you are not courageous. Hence, courage comes first, and everything else follows. The more honest and authentic we are, the more deeply we go into the mystery of our own being. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and the following morning. We're having a reverse aging health call at 9 p.m. tonight on this line. If you want a better body and stay in it longer, be there. We will return here Saturday, February 13th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our Global Guided Meditation Call.